Hello, my name is Michael Smith, and this is my portfolio for Linux administration for the midterm. Um, a little bit about me. I am currently an information technology major at Northern Essex Community College, and in my last semester before getting my associate's degree. I have been a desktop support technician at Mass General Hospital in Boston for over a year now. And many of the classes I have taken at Northern Essex have helped prepare me for my current position. So far, as an IT technician, I have learned to set up and properly configure PC devices running on Windows, as well as troubleshoot various types of technical issues, including printers, PCs, laptops, peripherals, and some personal Mac and mobile devices. Goals. My current goals are to complete Linux administration, which is my last course, and then receive my associate's degree. After, I hope to further my career options and potentially get a CompTIA A+ or Network Plus certification. After that, I hope to be able to move up in my career and find a higher position with different and more responsibilities. I may eventually go back and pursue a bachelor's next fall, but I would like to focus on a certificate in self-learning before jumping back in. Linux administration projects. The first project was setting up servers. In this lab, I was able to set up both the Ubuntu server and CentOS server in a virtual environment, which I used VirtualBox to set up. I connected both servers to the internet through the virtual environment. I verified network connectivity using IPA commands and the ping command. I set up port forwarding within VirtualBox and enabled SSH on both the servers so that to allow for file transfer, which I used Smart TTY for both servers, so I'm able to now put files from my Windows desktop onto both my servers. In grep lab, in this lab I learned many of the possible uses of grep command in a Linux environment to filter and print data. I use regex to search and filter through patterns. I used grep -e and /v commands to allow use of repetition in regex and to invert search criteria. And I also, using those, I searched for phone numbers and street addresses within the given data using regex and printed this data to view. In sedlab, I use the sed command in Linux to modify or transform text in a file. I appended or prepended text on specific areas of certain lines using regex. I looked for and changed search criteria such as phone numbers, street addresses, and first names. And then at the end, I was able to successfully create a script to search and change the sedlab file. And then I was also able to get the continue server setup done, which now I'm able to find the default repositories in the servers. I learned how to successfully install repositories and programs onto both servers, such as fail2ban, lolcow, or tmax, and a few more. To do so, I used the commands sudo apt install for the Ubuntu server and sudo yum install for CentOS. And I ran and tested any of the things that we installed to make sure that they worked. So far, my biggest challenge is has been managing my time properly to deal with the workload. Between working full time and raising a toddler, it is hard to find time in between to sit down and get it done, especially since the assignments take time to figure out, and I actually want to learn and understand what I'm doing. Moment I was proud of. One thing I'm proud of is finally getting the hang of using regex patterns properly. I did have experience in using regex from my Python class, but it took me a while to figure out any single pattern as the structure of it sometimes confused me. After doing both the grep and set assignments, I can say it's much easier for me to look at a regex pattern and understand it or put together a pattern on my own. Also, getting port forwarding to work so that I was able to get up SSH file sharing, I was also proud of. It took me a little while to understand that. One thing I would improve for the second half of class, one thing I improve for the second is to manage my time better and catch up to where I should be with the assignments. I will try to work more on my assignments at work when I do get downtime, as it can be hard to do work at home after work with my child. Also, I plan on doing more on the weekends as I've recently moved into a new apartment and now have better space to do work and am closer to my parents who can watch my toddler. This will give me more time and concentration to do my work. One thing you've learned so far, one thing I learned is how to share files between a virtual machine running Linux and my personal Windows PC using Smart TTY. I have used different versions of Linux on a virtual machine, but have yet to file share from my computer to it. I had to learn about the types of networks such as NAT and how I had to enable port forwarding in VirtualBox and also SSH on both the servers. One thing I would want to add or change to make this portfolio better for the final, I would like to have all the assignments done, of course, and I'm looking forward to do the assignment on networking and firewalls as I don't have that much experience with the two. I hope to be able to make my portfolio look more professional and cleaned up as well. And then this page just shows my timeline of assignments and everything I've worked on.